Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's me, Johnny, and I'm coming to you again on a beautiful, beautiful day. The Kaiser is gone. Yes, I finally sold Fabian de Kaiser, the under 23 goalkeeper that has caused us so many ruined lineups, and now we are here on a day on which Hullet has basically been announced. The new cards for the K-League have come out as well, from what I've seen. The Legends thing is getting bigger and bigger. The way they have marketed that one, Sorare has done a great job. I've seen the video. It was very professionally done. And you can clearly tell that Sorare now is stepping up their marketing game. What do you think about this? I would love to know from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. The marketing aspect of Sorare. What kind of impact will it have on the platform itself? Because so far I think I said this on Nellis's podcast, or it might have been Quinny's video, I'm actually not too sure, or it might have been Harry. I don't even know anymore. But in that video I basically said, like, I have never seen Sorare advertisement anywhere but in La Liga games on the sidelines. That's all I've seen so far. So if Sorare can truly step it up and put some ads out there and get more people involved, I think it will have a huge impact, because this whole NFT thing is quite big. The young generation is really into it. And as soon as you can combine someone that loves NFTs and loves football, bang, this is the perfect project for them, I guess, to jump into. But nonetheless, guys, today we're going to be doing my lineups for Gameweek 260. And we are also going to be taking a look at the scoreline of my teams for midweek, and that one is going to be very interesting. As always, guys, if you do want to sign up for Sorare, use the link in the description down below. If you do use that link, once you click on it, sign up immediately, because then you will be given a free limited item after buying 5 players on auction. That is how it works. If you sign up without using a link, sadly, you do not get a limited item, or you don't get anything for free, basically, after buying players. So that's a really good way of signing up. Now, let's jump into it. What do we have coming for this game week? Are we winning any rewards? Yes, we are. We are getting ourselves a tier 2 rare, which I think might be the first time that I'm getting a tier 2 rare. I'm not 100% sure. I just want to double check, actually. Let's go ahead and do this together, because I don't know if I did get a tier 2 rare the last time around or not. We did win a Dennis Suarez, right? 122nd All-Star rare, Game Week 242. I just want to like double check, because I cannot remember. That was such a long time ago, but I cannot remember if that was a tier 2 or a tier 3, because that was one of the most expensive players we have won so far. So I want to know, is this going to be the biggest reward that I will have? So here we go. Let's jump into that one. That is Game Week 242. How many points did you need for a tier 2 there? 122nd that came in. No, it was a tier 3 rare. So this is the first time that I will be winning a tier 2 rare in my Sorare history. I am very excited about it. And it all came down to the fact that, luckily, my goalkeeper didn't concede 3 goals, still managed to get himself 49.5 points. Obviously, I had him with 10%. This was actually his last week with the 10%, by the way. Since the new K-League cards have come out, he has lost 5% bonus, so he's back to 5% now, which is totally fine. I basically am starting exactly where everyone else is with the new cards as well. Then we have Tsunemoto, who is increasingly impressing me. Every time I've seen him play so far, he's been great. He got me 74 points, and he's a fullback, which is very nice to see that a fullback can actually score well. Then Kökçü has gotten his goal off of a free kick in some of the first minutes of the final game against PAOK in the Conference League. Is it Conference League? Yeah, it is Conference League, right? There was a moment that my chat told me about, my Discord told me about. They said Sinistera passed it to Kökçü and Kökçü hit the post. So that would have been the perfect start for me, because an assist for him and a goal for him would have been great. But then my boy Sinistera went ahead and scored a very nice goal. Got himself a 65.5. Obviously have him with the 10% bonus. So 72.1. Huge difference there. And then Kökçü, he was my captain. He scored a goal as well off of a free kick. Went near post, surprised the goalkeeper a little bit. Was it a free kick? I think it might have been a free kick. Yeah, I think it was. The goalkeeper didn't look too good, so we benefited from that. And Ayase Ueda is just incredible. The guy, ever since I had him, I think he scored every single game week. So very impressed with the Asian players. And yeah, they have already done better than the Marseille boys. Because when we talk about the Marseille boys, what happened? Of course, they conceded. Are we surprised? No, we're not. The game started off with Dimitri Payet getting an assist for Gasson for me. So I was like, yes, my captain is already up in points. We're looking good. We had Dembele playing against West Ham, and sadly, he missed a big chance and didn't score. So his score was abysmal, 35.8 points. That really was needed for me. I needed him to score, or ideally, I would have needed Marseille to keep a clean sheet, because let's say he gets 10, he gets 10, he gets a 30. That's 50 points. If we did get that 50-point bonus, we would have been in a tier 1 rare. But obviously, as always, Marseille just can't pull it off. And sadly, Dembele wasn't able to get a decent AA score for me to possibly push towards a reward. We were 12 points away in the end, which is a huge shame because Dimitri Payet scored one of the most ridiculous goals you will see this season. Off of a corner from Cengiz Ünder, he stands outside of the penalty area and just smacks it with the right foot into the top corner. The ball just ever keeps rising, and it was a beauty. So, yeah. It is what it is. 306 points with the Champion Europe Rare team. I had high hopes, but as always, Marseille with no clean sheet, which is fine because we have a tier 2 rare incoming. So I am very happy. And 0.02 ETH because this was an all-star rare team. So that now will be my best week on Sorare ever. Because as you guys might know, last week, which was Gameweek 258, we did go ahead and win ourselves 2 rares. Yes, it was tier 3 rares. Both of them sold by now, by the way. But still, that was my biggest week so far on Sorare. And then now we're bringing in a tier 2 rare on top of it. It's great. And 2 thresholds in those 2 game weeks. So very, very happy with how things are going right now with the account. I'm more and more confident with my players. I'm more and more happy with the way I'm putting my lineups together. I think my reward-winning lineups percentage will now go above 10%, which is something I am really looking forward to seeing. And then now, when we go into Game Week 260, we have around 2 hours left. As always, guys, if you can help me out in the comments down below and let me know if you see any DMPs or any mistakes in these lineups, let me know, please. In the comments, I'm actually pretty confident. I have Alisson against Manchester City. Sure, it's not a great matchup, but somehow I believe in Liverpool. I hope we can somehow win that game and, you know, get the best out of it for Alisson as well. He'll have plenty of chances to make saves. Benjamin Pavard against Augsburg. That is my captain because I do feel like Bayern needs to step up their game and really put out an amazing performance. So he's going to be my captain there. Actually, should I give him the captaincy? I probably shouldn't. Noah Lang is back to scoring again, so I'm going to give it to him. 79 points in that last game. Let's see if he can do better. Paul Torres is the new man from the comments that I was rewarded last week, so I brought him into the squad, and then Jude Bellingham against Stuttgart should be a good matchup as well. So the comment, I'm really hoping to get another star comment into the team. By the way, I am going to be getting a star comment this game week as well because I finished in the top 10%, which is great. Then we move over to the rare divisions. Now, you see All-Star, All-Star Pro, Under 23, Champion Europe. Let's start off with the lads that I have the least faith in. It is going to be the All-Star Pro. Now, I was very close to buying another super rare and bringing him into this team. But I felt like it wasn't worth it because Kashima against Yokohama Marinos is a tough matchup. That team is not bad. Even though Kashima plays at home and they are on incredible form, I can see that one being a little bit of a slipping stone. So I didn't want to jump into that one. And Crepeau with LA is playing away in a derby against Chicharito. And I think Chicha will score. So Crepeau is put into this team. This is basically a throwaway team. I don't expect much out of this because especially Lee Tai-suk, even if he does play, he normally only plays like 45 minutes and then he gets subbed off due to the substitution rules in the K-League. So this is a throwaway team, basically. I don't have any faith in this winning anything, so just so you are aware. But when we go into the Champion Europe squad, of course, we have the same players again. Marseille up against Montpellier. I am hoping that that will be a good matchup. Maybe at some point we can have that clean sheet. Who knows, bro? I keep on trying until it finally works out. Anyways, we have this team set up with Dimitri Payet on great form again. Hope to pick up some points. And it really depends, like, even if Marseille do concede, I fully expect these guys to get, like, him to get me, like, 45 points. These guys to get me 60, ideally. And then him with a decisive. I really need Dembele to step it up. That's one thing that I really noticed in Champion Europe. Having a consistent goal-scoring striker really makes all the difference. Not even a striker, like a forward that gets consistent decisives. It really does make the difference because every single week I've had a good setup. Even though Marseille conceded, we've had a good setup in terms of getting good points out of the Marseille players, but we have been let down by that extra a couple of times. So I'm really hoping that Dembele can score against Strasbourg, even though that is a very, very tough matchup, and I don't necessarily expect him to do wonders. So this team, if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't have much faith in. I don't think it is a reward-winning lineup, but we'll see what happens. Moving on, we go into the under-23s. Now, this is the one that I personally care about the most, obviously, because I'm all about wonder kids. Niklas Hedl is going to be making his debut for the club against Salzburg. He got 53 points, which is huge. And he has kind of cemented himself as the starting lineup goalkeeper at this point. I've read some news where they were actually talking about exactly that topic as well. So Niklas Hedl is going to be our goalkeeper, especially now that the Kaiser is gone. Ajax against Sparta Rotterdam. I'm very excited about that matchup. Ajax playing at home. They have no more European football. These are the only matches that they have coming. And I do feel like this is going to be an absolute smashing of Sparta. And I'm hoping a clean sheet and a good all-round score can lead to Mazraoui to hit those 80s if possible. Kökçü is going to be my captain. Now, here's one thing that I need to be aware with Kökçü. He got subbed off in the 89th minute in their game due to dizziness. Now, it is currently Ramadan, so that means that he didn't eat and he's fasting. And maybe that caused him to get that dizziness going on because obviously during Ramadan, players don't eat until a certain amount of time during the day. So that could lead to a weaker performance from him. But from what we have seen in the past game weeks, 94 points, 72 points. Kökçü is back on fire, especially that 94 with just AA scores was unreal. Vitor Ferreira, I have him up against Guimarães here. That is going to be an interesting matchup. 6th at home against Porto, who are 1st. Porto obviously always capable to smash anyone in that league. It is still going to be a tough matchup, though. So hopefully that one works out for me. And then we have Luis Sinisterra, obviously on great form lately as well, getting 2 decisives in his last 2 games. And hopefully that final stack will do well. Do I have faith in this team? Yes. If I would have to say in terms of like rewards coming in, right now, I'm feeling like a tier 3 under 23 rare should be possible with this technically, even if some of the players don't necessarily perform to their utmost heights. But technically on paper, this team can win podium, really. Like I'm not even joking. These players have those scores in them. We all know that. But I think the constellation as things are right now, I don't know if it's going to work out. If Niklas Hedl gets a clean sheet, which I don't think any of my goalkeepers ever had a clean sheet, if that happens, maybe something more interesting is possible, but I have not seen that yet, so we'll see what happens there. Now, the All-Star Rare, I'll have to admit, again, it is a good team with a bunch of good players. The 3 players that I have my most faith in this team are Yang Hanbin, Nathan Harriel, and Pablo Ruiz. Due to the matchups and their amazing scores lately, I have a lot of faith in these guys, especially in Yang Hanbin, who has been able to get me good points despite losing games, conceding goals. Very happy with him as a goalkeeper. Now, here's the thing. Jesus Ferreira, back from international. Last game, he played as a substitute. This game, I fully expect him to be back as a full starting lineup player. Dallas playing at home against Colorado. It's going to be an interesting matchup. He could score, of course. He could get an assist. He could have another huge match. So I have faith in him. And then Chicharito in the LA Derby. It is going to be intense. it is going to be one of them games where you need a hero, and Chicharito could be exactly that man. Once again, I'm fully aware I'm putting in 2 forward players into this lineup, but I do feel like if I want to achieve something massive, this is what I kind of have to do due to the matchups. The good thing that I like about this team specifically is that every single one of them is playing at home, and we technically on paper have good matchups for the first 3 players. So it really comes down to the forwards scoring. So that is it, my friends. Those are the lineups that we have. We have a good chunk of ETH, 0.6 ETH on the account as well to spend if I want to. But the one thing that I'm personally really, really happy with is the fact that we are now in for rewards on a more consistent basis. And it really, really does excite me. And I can't wait to see what kind of tier 2 rare we're going to be getting on later on tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you next time when we're back tonight with the rewards. And yeah, until then, not tonight, probably right as they come out, I'll try and upload it. But yeah, I'll be going to the gym now. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day. Take care and peace.